It's harder than English
Why?
because you have to like think about it more, and it's not my first language, so I have to like translate it in my head a little bit more.
And the fact is that Spanish is a little harder because you have to learn new words.
Reading in Spanish, like, it gives you a new sense of the language and like how like some dialogue would work in the like real Spanish-speaking world. But it also provides you with a challenge because there's a lot of words that you don't know.
Like know like the different meanings of the words and like comprehend what you read.
Last year during my junior year Spanish 4 class, we did a lot of reading, much more than in Spanish 3 the year before. We read a full book, Cuando era puertorriqueña, which was a sometimes great, sometimes hectic experience. There was a lot of reading every night, more pages than my English class would be giving me.
I like that the sentences we've learned so far are we're breaking them up into smaller parts, and so the smaller parts there, the quicker they get into your mind and you remember them more.
I really enjoy the context of what we're reading about because it's a lot more about the culture instead of just stories like we read in English class.
Also, we get into deeper conversations and we use more vocabulary, so we get to speak more and more Spanish every day.
It's different and it's fun to learn because my mother is Spanish. Well, she's Puerto Rican, so it's fun. It's I just want to learn how to speak Spanish. I can talk to her in different languages and stuff like that.
Well, the whole reading in Spanish. It's pretty dreadful.
Yeah. Why?
Because there's lots of words, and if you know 2 words in a whole sentence, you just don't know, and then you just gotta keep reading even if you didn't get that first sentence. And it might be key to the article. Those few vocab words you just can't put your finger on. So then you might just get something totally different out of the article than what you were supposed to. And then you get up in front of the class, and then you're this article was about shoes, and it really wasn't about shoes.
The only thing that I don't like is when you have to read something really fast. That's just something I don't like.
And what don't you like about it? What was hard about reading in Spanish?
The big words, trying to learn how to say extraordinary in Spanish and all that.
What did you do when you had a big word?
I asked my teacher to help me.
Reading Spanish for me within the course was good. I liked it, but the amount of reading that had to be done was a significant amount, and it just was a little overwhelming at times.
Yeah.
Well, there's the obvious of that, it is in a different language, so it takes a lot more time. I found personally that since I was spending so much time on comprehension, just understanding the vocabulary and the sentence structure and the plot, it was harder for me, or it took more effort to look at things like tone or diction, to observe the kinds of things that we would look at in an English class. It was a more basic level of reading because I was spending so much time on comprehension.
It's the same because you're still learning new language, you're learning new vocabulary, but it's different because you're reading about totally different topics.
For me, I don't really see that much of a difference. Just that the topics change a lot from being kind of simple to really hard.
Well, we kind of discuss things that we wouldn't discuss in our English or history classes, but I think we go into a lot deeper discussion in Spanish class than in history or English.